So I think it is audible and I can no issue with the streaming. So I think it is audible. The Zoom admit, I think I'll let you in some time. First, I wanted to speak something I told about this document preparation. Meanwhile, you can be in waiting list admit section. I'm saying I'll admit soon. I think this is okay. Participants, okay. I'll just record, speak up this one, then we'll go further into the Q&A. So what is happening? This automatic switching. I think this is stop. Okay, so it is fine now, and so stay tuned. You can join soon. I'll just take 5-10 minutes, then we can go for Q&A. I'll speak about this document preparation, especially research proposal. Like it is not one day task. As far as my understanding, it will be a due process. So where is this? What is happening? I think I kept stable settings again. Something is happening. Sorry for the interruption. Where is this? I think now it's fine. So this is here, and this is also, where is this one? Audio visualizer here, and this one also here. Okay, this visualization. So last week, I think if you have joined last week live, like there, if you have watched also in the recorded session, you might have seen there is this the topic of sustainable development goals, and I think I have shared that is in the last recent videos also. Like this is actually applicable in nowadays after COVID scenario. Many countries and many universities are focusing on sustainable development goals, that is United Nations organization. There are, I think, more than 10 or more than 15, and you can see like it includes the climate change, and it includes the inequality. So many things, like people are asking what to include in the research proposal, or the motivation part, the beginning part. So some of the contents I would like to highlight that focus on the sustainable development goals and the university research outcome. So I would like to say that the university research outcome, like the professor, please try to read professors research updates, the recent ones. And in that field, to my understanding, in my master course, a professor used to tell us, see at least 10 years, past 10 years research papers in that domain, and then find the gap in the research. That is one way for finding a research gap, and then see the university what field they are working on, the entire department, or the complete the person, the faculty itself. So consider these factors majorly in to bring the story of your research proposal, align your theme and this one together. That is the starting, I would say, the foremost thing you have to consider. And then I think finding a research papers you have already seen. I think you have seen, like, you go to Google Scholars, and then Google Scholars, then you can see the research, Google search also recent papers by selecting the years. And the faculty profiles in Japan, you can see, like, it's even for other universities or other countries. You can see the faculty will have profiles, and they will have Google Scholar profile. Either of that you can use as a reference to start searching. And yeah, I think that's a key thing to start. Then Indo-Japan context, you can see that is bilateral relations, how it is having, how it is affecting, that you can consider. So these two things I would say to consider. And specific to the context, like I was hearing, I'm admitting Praveen to the room. So I'm hearing like there are I'm hearing like there are some what do you call, some specific doubts. Some sound is coming. Also, I'm planning to keep this one. I'm planning to keep one-to-one training. I mean one-to-one guidance. Maybe we'll start like a training batch, so that it will be helpful for others also to follow up, or maybe for you specifically for your domain. Now I'm addressing generally here, so maybe many people are not able to connect to their research and asking. So I think that I will recommend how to consider. I think that is one side. Another side, there are some discussion going on in the channel. I think this is a basic thing I would like to say about research plan document preparation. I'll be speaking some points regularly. This is on and off. I'll be speaking occasionally, like multiple important factors or points, so you can consider. And I think there was some discussion in the group. Yeah, this is what last week I have said, like what do you call, the conditions for each people or each the context will be different. Don't directly speak and mislead. There is some question from a friend from Nigeria, and they are saying about notarized, and our people are saying confused, I mean answering, but I think somebody answered again better. So it's about the documents preparation, the authentication, basically they ask attestation. So it may have different rules for each country, so don't get confused. It may not be same for all the countries like India or other countries. You have to consider that factor. And there were some more questions. I thought I'll answer it here. Meanwhile, you can try to request admit in the Zoom. I'll speak to you soon. I'm just speaking here to clear these pending discussions. There are some more. Where is this? Yeah. This one. This Instagram account. And this one, yeah, the Tokyo Tech one, I think who sent, Praveen, or I don't know, Praveen or some person sent me about that notification last week. So the Tokyo Tech, it's actually, that's another thing I'm closely observing, like the self-funded fellowship is not that difficult for many people if you can afford some expenses. So that fellowship is actually for the current students, because the selection timeline doesn't match with the international applicants. So it is for current applicants, the Tokyo Tech one, what you have seen. And what you people are missing from the audience, actually I need to say some more things about the contents in the channel. Like there is a good number of universities we have reviewed, like they have multiple schemes or multiple ways to get into that universities, or the more number of slots, something like that. Those universities we have added. We will review some more. If you see now, I think there are 7 to 8 I have posted in the channel community tab. Where is this? So you can utilize these ones. It will be very helpful to start with that first, then we can go further. So community, this one, and then this channel I have posted in Osaka University. You have seen multiple information already given, and Tokyo Tech we have shared, University of Tokyo, Kanazawa University, and Waseda University, Kochi University. I think Kochi University, this I wanted to talk today. People are not right. This Kochi University fellowship is completely different from the other fellowships, and this is the government scholarship, but it's only for PhD. I think this if you are any one of you willing or applying for PhD, somebody approached me also. I think I'll pass on the information. So this Kochi University, if I see the deadlines, recent this year deadline, they have already opened, the portal is open for this October intake, or what do you call, the next April intake. The notification is given already. So this, I think this year I didn't come across anyone trying for this one. Last year I have shared, and the video went in the suggestions background. Maybe you might have forgot. So I would suggest, like whatever we are highlighting the universities, we have not just prepared for this year or the next year. So it is like the slots or the process we have found it useful for many people, so we shared. So try to utilize that one video, the Kochi University previous explanation, and also you see the website in the university, there are slots. I hope it will be much useful for you, and it's good to try. It's a predefined research projects. Actually, it's one of the growing research outcome by defined projects. It's not like the projects are already given. So if you open this deadline, I am sharing this in the chat box for now. Maybe you can explore later. That is one suggestion I wanted to put up. So another thing, this Okinawa Institute also, and I didn't see again people are trying or not. I didn't come across from audience if somebody selected. We have heard some people selected, and I heard from them, but again this is gone in hidden. I think this also I will. It's a reminder. And ABP fellowship for Shizuoka University for masters. This also I didn't see this time anybody approached or any. I didn't get any feedback. Maybe it went in the background the videos. So maybe you can verify once again. There are some more contents you can keep verifying. And recently we have come across one university. I forgot. I think Kumamoto University. This university is specifically like they don't have any notification directly, but when you speak to the office or the professor, they are saying once you get selected, the slots are already there in the website. If you see, there is no specific direct input or information for this admission from that university through MEXT slot. But if you admit, the scheme is already included. So that's something interesting. Like people don't realize, but it's good that during the admission period you approach all the universities. That I highly recommend every year. So that is Kumamoto University. Maybe I'll try to explain the contents and the notification sometime. I didn't include it so far in our channel, but I'll try to include. And Kochi University and Yokohama National University also I recently shared. And there are some more updates. Yeah, and coming forward to this feedback I asked in the community tab, I have given polls. If you have seen the polls, we have asked a couple of questions. One question, the difficult phase of MEXT selection is document preparation and field of research document and interview. These three are only is major issues. And document preparation, I think Miss Tha, she has explained in our channel the complete details pin to pin. She has took a lot of efforts and put the individual explanation. You can see that one, and even I'm talking in a general way on the same things. Document preparation and field of research document, I think this year I'm going to highlight each occasionally, like some major suggestions for this field of research document. Maybe we'll hire a group of batch this year, and we are at that time going to talk to other scholars to mentor you. I mean, if I ask directly, they are not willing, but if you can streamline the process, maybe as a private company, maybe, but the charges I'm not sure if I need to pay, because my time is okay, but others, whether they're willing or not, it may be nominal. That also I will speak and let you know. So throughout here we can be monitoring closely and letting you the possible revisions required in your documents for trying for other universities. Maybe it's like until the selection, or at least it is clear that you may not able to map with the research, something like that. So that is we can do this year. I'm hoping to do that. And this other one, yeah, okay, I didn't find anyone in the Zoom. Now somebody joined and left. I think they may join later. You can join now. I think whatever I wanted to share I have completed. Praveen, you have exited. Okay, kindly provide some government funded PhD fellowship which is not specific to any university apart from MEXT. Apart from MEXT, government funded fellowships are, the second one is prefectural fellowship is there. Fellowship that is also government, not completely but government. Prefectural fellowship. This is from Nagoya. I heard Nagoya. Aichi Fellowship, Aichi Prefecture. So you can check this one, and PhD, right? PhD, I think you check this Kochi University. They have predefined projects, and I don't see it is connected to the MEXT. I think that is a private or government. I think it's a government. Kochi University. I just shared the link, and other fellowships. This Osaka University DX fellowship is also government. I surprised to see that because of COVID, they have got admission virtually until before coming here, and after admission, you are eligible to apply for DX fellowship. So they have applied, and now they are coming some scholars this semester. So I think that is also a good option. DX fellowship, Hokkaido University for PhD. That is also not directly mixed. It's the amount equal to mixed, and not specific to any university apart from MEXT. I don't remember such fellowships. I think for the IIT Hyderabad people, they have this JICA, what do you call, JICA fellowship something. JASO is it's common for all. They will get nominal, but JICA, they have fellowship from JICA, IIT Hyderabad people, but not other fellowships for general. I'm not sure. ADB, JSP, yeah, this ABP and ADB both are good fellowships. I think both are there in our channel. One of ABP is there. ADB, I heard this also equal to MEXT almost. You can apply. Ajay, thank you for putting in chat. And yeah, I think if there is no questions, I'll keep talking about the research document. You can let me open the research document from Hokkaido University itself. I'll take AQ. Actually, each school, and there are different schemes for the fellowships, and the documents will change based on their focus on the university or the region. Where is this motivation and research proposal? Yeah, by the way, sorry to say this, some people have asked like that the length of the research document, that is actually it is 4 pages only maximum. You can't put so many, so you have to limit the research contents within that 4. I mean the page limit you have to consider. What happened to this? I'll put here so that comments are visible fully. So this research proposal I have opened. Where is this one? Okay, the research proposal. Important notes, motivation to apply to your academic interest. So another thing, most of the time the Japanese gentlemen or Japanese people who are interviewing, like they wanted your plan clearly, because that's how the system works here. So at least if you don't have plan, make sure you get some idea before applying here, so that it will be helpful for your what do you call, your application. It will give you some weightage to your application. So try to have some plan, not just for this 2 years or 3 years fellowship. You try to put your personal plan, your career interest also, so that it will be little more helpful. Let me answer some queries which are here. I have already accepted for Tokyo Tech, so I wish to something on this line. Sir, I have already acceptance for Tokyo Tech, so I wish something on this. Acceptance, you mean the guide acceptance, Praveen? I didn't get it. If the guide is accepted, they will mostly the guide will guide you, right? Multiple fellowships, and if you can afford self-funded, there are many resources in Tokyo. They usually guide. I think you can approach a professor directly, or another seniors in that in the same lab. You try to talk to them. They may have more information. But getting an acceptance is a good thing, like having professor consent, and then meanwhile you'll find other things in place, so it is a good thing. This is in regard to timeline issues about which lot of us have talked before. For example, I will be graduating in June, the scholarship for masters in April. So do you suggest try to apply in October, to wait till next April, October, since the seats are already less? It's further slims the chances of I think this is a misinterpretation. I don't see from our side who got selected or whom I spoke. I didn't find this conflict of understanding. But the people who are trying to apply, maybe it is because of anxiety or whatever, they get misinterpreted information. So, for my understanding, for from our review, it is not that much conflict. Let me clarify you to in short. So, let's say you are graduating in April. Usually most of the countries will be graduating in April or June, in that period. So the next slots or the next application for the embassy round, you will be applying around May. So by the time you will be completed your final semester, and then you can apply. That is one way. And even the actual scenario is you can apply in your final year. I mean, before completing your final year, if you apply, let's say April or August, you will be completing your academic year, the fourth year of bachelor's or second year of master's. Then October intake, usually previous year if you have applied, that the next October you will be able to join up immediately after your academics. There will be no gap, like April or October means very few, 2-3 months gap. That is a actual deadline. I think I can write. I didn't connected my pad here. Let me write in a text box on the display itself. I think this is a critical information. Every time I am hearing the same doubt, that is true. So where is the screen share? I'll put a text box. Display window. Screen, white screen. This is a full screen, it's visible. Okay, you can see this Word file. I'll be making it hop so you can see that. So let me put it here. So I'll put up this deadline so you can understand this time maybe better. Next time I hope people will utilize that information. So let's say normal deadlines. What is this? April. The font is visible. Yeah, I think this is visible. So let's say the admission April and October is the intake. October is the admission period, basic admission period. So let me insert a table. Yeah, for April. Meanwhile, you can post the doubts. I'll check back. I'll just clarify. This is the important thing. Many people are pointing. I think he pointed again. It's a good thing. October. Yeah, for April admission, that is April MEXT intake and October MEXT intake. So for April, usually you can apply, let's say April 2023, we are talking now, April 2023. So you can apply normally, if you can apply in 2022 May. That is the application. Who can apply? Graduating in 2022 or 2023 April, before the admission date. What is that? The April admission. By the time you should have the degree. That's the key. So both April, for May 2022, these people who are graduating, who will graduate in 2022 May, by it's before, by 2020 May, or and graduating in I think this will overlap, right? Graduating in April 2023 will be overlapping. So I think this you can't consider for a April slot, because by the time you are joining April 1st is admission date, means you should get your graduation certificate before April 1st. That is March 31st is a max. So this will not work for April intake. But for October, that is university or embassy, both you can choose. Embassy also, once you select, you can choose the intake either October or April. So both are possible. So for October next, let's say 2023 October. So who will be graduating? Who will be graduating by May 2022 May or 2022 23 May. So both here they can apply for people who will graduate in 2023 October. For that, the application period will be where is this, insert one more row, insert below. Yeah, it's visible. So the application period for this both, it looks like, let me highlight. So this is visible, I guess. Okay. So this one, oh, sorry. Anyway, that is okay, you can understand. Application period will be for this April 2023 embassy application. The embassy application during May to June 2022. So you have to apply May 2022. Who will apply? The ones who will be able to graduate by May 2020, this year. So after this year, if somebody can graduate, let's say people from other countries may have different time zone. So basically you have to get the certificate before April 2023. So who can graduate by April 2023? So yeah, you can see this is visible. Okay, so for April 23, usually this is the case, but who can graduate by April 23 by different schemes? Maybe you have some other rules in your country, or the government, the graduation. So you can also eligible to apply this fellowship in April 2022 intake. And the application period, you can apply through embassy application during May June. Also university rounds during May, not May, this is university applications will be mostly from September onwards, September 2022 up to February, but sorry, this university rounds won't be there in this April intake. I'm sorry, it is here. So this embassy round only for this one, April intake. For university intake and even embassy intake, they can apply. Yeah, here it comes. Those who will be graduating by April 2023 next year also, they can apply through embassy route this year. So embassy application during this same period, you can apply for this. Those will be graduating, who can graduate by April or October, so they can apply here. So did I mention rightly? Embassy application, university rounds September to February 2023, you can apply up to this period. February, March also some universities are having deadlines. So you can see, I think April 2023 and October 2023. April 2023 people who will graduate by May 2022, this year, they have to graduate by this year. Who can graduate? This is a special case. It is not regular. Special case, sometimes special case. If any country offers graduate it by March. So it is March. What happened to my screen? Oh, something, my screen went off. Okay, this is fine. So this document, who can graduate by special case if any country offers to graduate by March. Where is this? Text is visible. Yeah, I think it is fine. So this is not regular case. This is sometimes if they graduate before they're eligible, but to my understanding it is will be not so possible. So who will be graduating by April, May, or 2023 May? So you will be graduating, so it won't conflict with this duration. So for this one you can apply through embassy application during this year and university rounds during this year. So for October you can apply this period. For April 2023 you only this batch who already graduated this year or 2020 will be graduating soon, they are eligible. And yes, I think this is clear. Let me see the queries. Where is the queries? So already accepted. Okay, Isha-san, I think you have I think now you understood the deadlines information, hopefully. This is what I displayed in the screen. This is the deadlines. I just sorted out in front of you. You can ask if there is some information. It's one more thing, the seats. This is a misinterpretation again, I was telling. So seats, number of seats are the slots. It's not what actually you are thinking or seen. That is, there is a big misinterpretation happening everywhere. Then the seats actually for the April intake is slim. That is because of the embassy route. There is very few. But October route, for October route, there are more seats because the universities, each university has some few slots, whatever it is, at least 3-4 slots minimum from medium university. For big university, you will find at least 10 slots or even more based on number of schools. So you'll find at least October intake embassy slots, very few, and university slots more. So October slots, I think this is I am sorting out first time in detail. Yeah, the number of slots for October seems to be higher if you go in practical observation. That is true. So October slots in the different methods are different, so more. And if you April intake only embassy, that slim chance, slim number of slots. And maybe if you go for self-funded or get for private fellowship, that may add. So private fellowship already that you can see that is there. And we don't require like these research papers and stuff for undergrad pursuers, right? Could you tell me what all documents are required other than results, mark sheet, and other basic stuff? Actually, not really this document, but you need the essence. For undergrads also, there are 2 questions I have reviewed last year. If you see the videos, I have put in the description. The undergrad applications, the CT or STC, the links are there. The 2 questions itself means almost this research proposal document. The basically like one question is what you will I think what is the, let me open the questions. The 2 questions are very crucial. That for answering that one, for undergrad level, people are facing difficulty because your awareness skills are little bit confined compared to graduate students. They have already graduated with masters. They would have interacted with more people. So you can understand like they can answer better. So if you can interpret this text properly for your 2 questions, you will have better chances in getting admission. That is obviously there. So design this one. The deadlines I can hide. I think Isha-san, yeah, you are welcome. That is many people do that, no problem. They get confused. I also try to explain because of the same reason. Many people misinterpret during the application with maybe there are a lot of reasons behind that misinterpretation, but I find it too same reasons. So if there are no more questions, I'll keep continuing the explanation on the research document. So I'm reading this document from research plan. Yeah, the UZ one, let me add those 2 questions. I think that is also crucial. These people are every time confused. I'll try to help them. Where is this one? MEXT, yeah. I filled this form, undergrad students. If you open the application documents for UZ, where is this one? Yeah, application form, Excel sheet. Do I have this now? I think application form is available. Yeah, in this application form for the undergraduate students, let me put on the screen. You will find it. Where is this one? Two questions which are critical how to answer. Yeah, these two 16 and 17 questions from the let me paste in the display. Where is this display questions? So let me minimize the text. I hope this is will be visible still. So this 16th question and 17th question. This is Japanese I am deleting. And English, silly English. 16th question, 17th question. This is for undergrads. It is useful for grads also, just to have some idea how they can interpret your application. I think this become very small. I hope it is readable. Let me increase the font size. This is 20. Where it is. Okay. Yeah, I think this is readable now. So what was the trigger for having interest in Japan? And what kinds of things do you think you can contribute to Japan or your Japan and your home country through your experience of studying in Japan? So the first question, it will directly trigger the whatever I said, the SDGs. I was talking about research documents. You have to understand what is happening in the, maybe it is not recommended if you want to try as a normal applicant, but if you want to be little bit competent applicant, I would recommend try to read some story what is happening, the technological perspectives, and the SDGs, the international level, what is happening, the global level. Then you see what is happening, what is doing by Japanese universities or Japanese something. So connect to that one, trigger your interest. So that is that way. Or even the triggering point can be if you have already visited, some people are there. For them, it is also useful. And what kinds of things you can do contribute to Japan and your home country. This will also connect directly to our research plan document discussion. That's why I will say, like, a research plan document discussion is a holistic, and it will be helpful in a better, in a wide varieties of ways if you understand really well. I am seeing still many people are having what do you call, my suggestions are still finding new, because I find many people are still using their own interpretation, and I'm finding that is not so effective. So they're having difficulties in clearing the admission. So to my understanding, so I think I will try to put up all these things. So why don't anyone after successfully clearing MEXT, even undergrad, don't go to Tokyo if it is #1 university? That is it is even for PG people. I think I have heard these stories. They have got the admission from multiple places and they went the better one. So it's obviously their personal decisions, whichever they feel better. For some people, it feels going to US or Germany is better than Japan if they get, or they find it IIT in India or something. So it is not not one answer, I could say. This is, if they leave, means there is multiple what do you call, multiple reasons can be. So university wise, if they don't have option, if they reject that, I think that's that can't be a reason, because very rare that kind of reasons. I didn't come across such occasions. So these are deadlines on the right screen. I have a left side to me, for right side to you. And where is my this document? Research proposal I'm discussing, right? Yeah, motivation to apply for academic interest, research plan, purpose, background, societal impact of your research plan and methods. Let me put up this also. Let's discuss in front of us. Where is this document? Maybe I can share the screen. Title of your proposal, should not exceed 2 pages. This is also we discussed a lot to finalize what they actually mean. They mentioned maximum 2 pages. 2 pages for them is mean to be like 2 plus 2, the back side and front side, the 4 pages. So this also many people misinterpret when they type the research plan document. So it is actually 2 plus 2 in a Excel sheet. If you type in the computer, I mean the Word document, if you print it is 2 sheets, back, front and back. So except section 2.3 references and section 3 your research achievements including figures and illustrations, except for section 2.3. 2.3 is literature and research achievements. That can be more than this length. So the research plan methods, purpose and motivation, these 2 questions I am pasting in this display screen. Where is this one? Okay, let me have to make sure it's visible also, not just time typing. Yeah, these are the questions. Where is this? Okay, this is from the research plan document, one of the research plan. Maybe there may be similar questions, but slightly changes will be there. You can understand. So it is readable little bit. Increase this font 22, 20. This one, no, this one. Okay, so this question, motivation to apply for academic interest. First, please briefly explain why you want to pursue research at master's or doctorate program. What are your academic interests? How do they relate to your future goals and correspond? I think I am trying to break down in a different way. All my discussions in the calls or even the videos, we are trying to give the raw materials for making for making your application effective. I mean to say that the actual critical things, if you include that, this will automatically solve this, answering this question. If you see this, what they're asking, how do they relate to your future goals, correspond to division and laboratory of your choice? What are your expectations? Actually, I have interacted with many applicants recent year, and some of them are successful and some of them are having issues. I have seen the documents and I have tried to give my feedback. First time we'll give normal feedback because if we feel offended, so we don't judge you much. But second time, if you still didn't get response, we'll go deep in the review documents. I have done that, and the applicants, the students who are trying, 1 or 2 students, they are not patient enough to modify properly. Maybe that is a gap in understandings, but if you're really serious, you should put efforts. That is one experience for me with interactions. So this question, when they answered, they don't, there are many ways to improvise and put it better way. So that is first question. What are your expectations concerning learning in the program? So there are I think there are at least few ways. If you could say, like, based on the outcome, you can directly speak, or you can say the process, or you can say the overall. There are many ways. So I think try to follow our videos. I'll also summarize in some more perspectives. You'll find better to answer this question: motivation to apply and academic interest. Mostly I'll say be technical, be contextual, don't be cultural directly, don't be anything. That will come in the background, but don't speak directly. So that's some more questions before going for next question. Where is this one? I have applied for university recommendation. I'm waiting for my results. I had my interview on 21st. The admission committee was asking whether Embassy of Japan in India was the closest place for my home. Does that mean they are going to nominate for MEXT? I think looks to be a positive note. Maybe the university name, if you could specify, may not be if you don't like in public, you can text in the Zoom login private, or you can put in the Instagram to us. I can speak if you don't want to speak in public. If you can say the university, I can say a little bit more. I have some observations, but so far it looks to be a positive note to my understanding. Tohoku University, yeah, it's a big university, and there are many. That's what I would like to comment. If you say these details, the school and the scope, it is different for each school. So Tohoku is having more schools and having more slots. I hope so. I think the rejection I only heard the major rejection in the U Tokyo or Tokyo Tech. There I find one time they have selected and they have rejected in the second phase of selection. But the Hoku, if they filtered, I think it is you may be in the selection, to my understanding. So I don't want to create hope too much, but this is how I suggest. So it seems to be optimistic side. So you can be hopeful and wait for the results, and you can text us back in the Instagram. Maybe if you find a response, or if you find any such doubts, you can ask us. I'll be helping. No problem. Recently, also there were some students who got through, and I think this week, yesterday, one person has come. I think some more are coming this week. So you can. I think it seems to be a positive side for Tohoku University. I want to take mechatronics, but I can't select which is better, College of Technology or undergrad. Please answer my doubts. This is a good question. I think I have spoken. If you see our discussion in College of Technology, this is we have considered College of Technology and undergrad. Undergrad, the competition is very piercing, very high. So I could say like try for undergrad, and next go for the CT. CT also it is still a good option. Like CT, you can even try even after even undergrad also. Try for it. If you don't get, go for undergrad in India or any other country. I'm not sure which country you are from. You go for undergrad admission, then again try in the one more year, next year also. So it is possible that you may get at least CT now, if not undergrad. So both are good. You can try for both. They're not overlapping in the process, so you can try. But undergrad, more people will be trying. Try for CT if you want to be optimistic side. What are my chances if my university recommend me for MEXT? I was thinking of quitting my job after nomination and focus on Japanese. This one, I think I can help you closely. This is a specific question, and I have been saying, but for answering in now in this public, many other people are listening. I can help let them know. So this is like, don't take any decision until the official MEXT letter from in the month of May, June or July, I guess. So wait until then you can do what do you call it, quitting your job or something. But we don't recommend in the beginning, because there are not so many minor chances that they still had rejections. Not, I think the very few. I heard a couple of instances they have rejected even after nomination. So still, why to take risk? Don't do any such things. You can wait for the final announcement by MEXT government. Good to hear. Good luck, Mr. Kushagra Shekwan san. So san is a Japanese term, so it's a polite form. So next one, I'm talking in the discussion. Where is my screen? Yeah, in the screen, the research plan, you can see the first one I told, right? Motivation, apply, and academic interest. So the second one, research plan, purpose, background, and societal impact of your research. This is again a critical thing. Even undergrad people can listen and see how they are discussing. This is how like I used to do in my college life and even my undergrad life. So when you do answer some things or when you do able to interact with some things, I could say like what is that? If you answer at your same state, or if, let's say if you are in second year bachelor's degree and you try to answer your second year bachelor's degree with the same mind as second year bachelor's degree, you will find maybe normal or challenging. But if you answer the second year graduate the first year questions or the fourth year mind in the second year, I mean, if you have that much awareness advanced than the current state, you can answer it very effectively. Likewise, I'm talking here purpose, background, societal impact, all these things. Think like you are ahead of the process, and then look back what you will say. Like that, here the undergrads or other people, if they see this one, if they can understand well, at least to some extent, I think it is a good way that you can bring up a good text in the document. So that is my suggestion from my observations. So there was a doubt. I attended the last year webinar, and when we asked to some Japanese authority for MEXT, what's the most important thing other than paperworks, they told that it's MEXT test. What? This is not clear. Japanese authority for MEXT, that is what is the most important thing other than paperworks. They told that it is MEXT test. That means the exam difficult. It's overall, it's a test. That is true. Overall process itself, it's a MEXT application. So I'm not able to understand this question better. So I think the universities are assigned according to MEXT test scores, cutoffs. Oh, this one. Okay. So I think the universities are assigned according to MEXT test score, cutoffs. For UG, I think that is true because the UG is similar to our but you'll give priorities, I hope, in the form I remember. So it is from the priorities and the universities and the MEXT text scores. They will also alert the slots. They have to fund, right? So they can't send your application to some university where they have less control over. I think that is another thing. If the MEXT rejects my application, then that means I won't be getting the scholarship, but I can still take admission as self-funded student, right? This one, in short, yes, but yeah, basically for this one, the MEXT selection and the admission selection both will be screened together, and they'll be sending your forms to the MEXT. So that means you are already almost. It is said that you are selected as an admission student normally. So if you don't get funding, you can come as self-funded. That is true, and already you have guide selected and everything is there. So you can come as self-funded even now. And now this intake, what you are saying, or else in next semester, it is possible. If you can afford something like that, it is a really good option. It's not so, the big universities will have a lot of support systems. You will get funded through different channels. So that is good only if you can afford. I hope, let's wait for the response. You can let me know later. I hope you may get it. This big universities, the scope is better. And if you're that much serious, it is a good thing. You can consider seriously better. So this cutoffs and these marks for university undergrads, I think it is for Japanese, I heard recently, but Indians and international applicants, I may need to come back again about this. I joined a little bit late about admission in October or April for UG after successful clearing MEXT. I didn't discuss about timeline for UG. This is the table I was discussing. You can see in that record, it will be there in the video. You can go back and play this video, no problem. But undergrad relation, this is for PG. I have spoke. Maybe undergrad timelines I need to review. I don't want to mislead the applicants, or even I don't want to misguide. I think I will get back about this again. Then what is the questions I was talking in the display? Yeah, I was taking this question. Research plan, proposal, research plan 2.1, 2.2, 2.2. Yeah, 2.1 we have just discussed a little bit. I'll be going deeper again in the upcoming webinars based on our my schedule. Hopefully I'll get some time for all of us. So the purpose, background, 2.1 is all. 2.2 research plan and methods. Doctoral course applicants, please provide details of the research plan and methods for achieving the objectives of the research. In-depth explanation is not necessary. See, they are saying clearly, in-depth explanation is not necessary. Master's course application, just focus on the explanation of approach is sufficient. This is something interesting I didn't notice before. I think you're lucky to see this discussion today. This topic is giving you some hint that you can highlight the things, the crucial things in a better way. No need to think about completing entire documentation. In-depth explanation is not necessary. So the method itself is enough for PhD. For masters, approach is sufficient. So the approach, you put some technical or the latest thing, that itself looks to be sufficient. So it's a good thing you can consider. What are the doubts? Some more. I'd like to share my experience after the nomination is out. I had really eccentric experience, you are welcome. I am going to put that details in the forum. All of you can become part of Nimble Prerana. I'm making the avenues or the verticals like that. So you are welcome to be sharing your experience or even guiding later on. So please do so, and you can find me in the Instagram, and you can find my personal ID also in the same Nimble Prerana ID. It has both my ID and personal ID connected in that biodata. So good luck. And I'm planning this training session for this year, people. Maybe I'll find some more like you or other people who are interested to help the people. Then we'll make a group for this year, specific kind of mentoring or the training group. I'll bring more details sooner. If I performed well in the application, exam and interview, will I be able to will I be able to get the undergrad scholarship? As you told me, sir, the undergrad competition is very high. You are saying both sides. That's what I am saying. That is true. It is very piercing competition for undergrads. So it's like break the barrier step by step. So I would speak like what is this? If you are facing difficulty to come here as undergrad, focus a little bit and then come back as a graduate or later. How to say? You complete your remaining studies at your home country, and then come back to here. So that is how I think, but it's up to you. How much serious are you? That is you can decide upon. But never giving up is a good trait, I could say. I consider that in my decisions also. I won't give up if I want something seriously. Do JEE mains results has some importance in MEXT interview, like 99% means being in top 1% in India? That you need to tell them basically. Many times these gentlemen in the panel, sometimes they will be not clear what is our information, but still there will be some person from Indian side. But I would say you tell them orally in the discussions, and then let them know. I think it will be there having impact. You have to tell such a way that you have already cleared this selection and I am having this much potential and so on. So you have to clearly state in that way. Then there will be some scope for sure, the understandings. So no more doubts. Let me continue with this topic in the right side. To me, right side. For you, left side. Of both right side only. On the screen, it's right side. Okay. Research plan methods. Research plan purpose, motivation. Yeah, I think that's all. These 3 questions I would highly recommend to be. Even if I'm saying this much, I'm also learning. No, I will be working on some other things. Again, when I see back these questions, I'll answer in a better way. Likewise, so if you work on some things, again after some gap, you'll find better answers. That's why I still talking these topics in the same reason. So the maybe sometimes our understanding levels and my explanation, sometimes some people are facing difficulty, they're still understanding in a different way. So I think you can keep watching this upcoming videos also. I'm putting, and even other videos, the vlogs or small videos I'm making. That is, it's actually it's both way. If you think it's unnecessary, it's up to you. But for me, to my suggestions, I will say like everything you can take as some reference, something you can connect. So there is if you can speak that wide spectrum, that itself gives you that you are capable person. Better than many other applicants. So that gives the feel of your applicant overall, your application weightage, right? So you have to consider that one. So any other questions I can ask, but people who are staying till last minute, I could say like stay tuned in our link, this Instagram, and even the channel updates. We may soon announce the details for this training batch. I highly hope to have continuous close mentoring training so that you can ask us you will get more time to discuss with us occasionally, maybe with other scholars also. I'm bringing them in the discussions. So that's all for today. Live to enhance application quality. Yes, that's, I think a system didn't hang today also. My system is good. Do we have like our own mock test series for MEXT test? Other paid sources are expensive. This is something I am thinking up. Actually, my friend started this is for GATE. He's doing his PhD in IIS Bangalore. Similarly, he started the low expensive, and the explanation you will know, right? We'll answer in a different way and better way sometimes. So I think he started like that. But for UG test series, I'm not sure. But I need to find people for that. But PG, I have some idea and clear thought of it. Maybe PG I can do that. Maybe at some nominal charges, because some students are very not serious and they're kind of wasting our time. Sometimes the discussions are very odd in our Instagram sometimes, so we have to find right people also. I think for UG I'll get back again. I'm not sure about this test paid test sources, but we can guide in the document preparation in the better way, that I can assure. So, any more doubts you can ask, or I think Aman joining online. You can speak. Let me pick up the call. I think. Okay. Mr. Aman, you can speak. Where is this? My screen little bit. Aman, you can speak. You can unmute and speak, or if you're okay, I can put your video also. You can. It's up to you. Streaming, it won't be shown until you're okay, but you can speak audio, no problem. I'm listening to you. Sorry, I didn't unmute the mic for him. Sorry, Aman, I forgot to unmute my mic. You can speak to me. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Am I audible, sir?
Yeah.
Sir, I'm asking, sir, basically I'm a student of 12th grade standard, and now I'm appearing for my 12th final. So, sir, what is the procedure and when will the date of MEXT scholarship for undergraduate in 2022?
12th, when you'll be completing your 12th?
Sir, in June or July, we will get our result.
June or July. So, to my understanding, there was some challenge that you cannot apply this until you get the certificates. These deadlines this year will be in the May, June, July, right? For undergrads, I think by the time deadlines, normally around May, June, it will be announced for the application. So
Okay, sir.
by the time they expect you to have the certificates, but you are saying 1 month only, means there may be one certificate you need to produce from your school saying that you'll be completing soon. That may be there. So I think you can try this year for
Okay.
CT or undergrad or STC, short term college STC. Forgot the acronym. three options you have, so you can choose.
Okay.
Yeah. You have any other doubts?
And sir, what is the duration? Is the course is last for 5 years, maybe?
Yeah, I think I have explained while speaking about your documents, undergrad documents. I have seen this. The duration is pretty high.
Yes, sir.
I think it will go for 3-4 hours language course plus training and course. I think 4 to 5 years it will go easily.
Yes, sir. So, if we got a selected, sir, in 2022, we will get off by India in 2023. Am I right?
If you get 2022, 2023, yes. Yeah, next year you'll be joining admission.
Okay, sir. And what we will do in the this year? Japanese language training?
No, the first year they'll train you in Japan. After coming Japan, you'll go through the language school only first. Then you go for the actual college. So the language training, they won't train you if you're in India. That's it's up to you, but they won't ask you.
Okay.
This one, I think the person I interviewed undergrad, he told the slots are very, very slim for UG, but say STC and CT I didn't come across. You may have a little bit flexibility, so you can review properly. You have good. I mean, now you're discussing means I think you have a good amount of time to understand and process properly. I think it's a good time for you to try this year.
Yes, sir.
All the best.
Okay, sir. So thank you for
Yeah, you're
clearing
welcome.
all my doubts, because
Yeah.
I don't see anyone in the entire platform of YouTube and other kind of social media who clear doubts like you.
Yeah,
So really,
that gap I find. That's why I started helping to people. That even when we tried, I didn't find authentic source. I've seen many videos when we compare the content. There is a gap of understanding. That's where we came up. So it's good that it's helpful. Good to hear that. Thank you.
so it's my felicity to talk with you, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome. Maybe for UG, I'll announce soon what to do. For PG, we're planning to put a closed training session for entirely for 1 year, will be until the selection process. For UG, also, I'll update in the channel or the Instagram. You can stay tuned. Very soon, I'll come back about this.
Okay, sir.
But
Thank you.
weekly, this I hope I'll continue this weekly session, so you can join if you have some things. I can try to help you.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Good luck. Bye bye. So guys, you can join and communicate to me like him. He joined through Zoom link, which is shared in the description. If there is something, you can speak to me, or you can text here also. Both are fine. So where is this? Are there more doubts? Thanks for info. You're welcome. So do we have to fill the form, direct placement form, undergrad while giving common application forms? Sir, where we will attest our documents for undergrad? Actually, the first question, what is this? The first question undergrad while common application forms. The placement preparation, placement preference. I heard you can change later. This I spoke to the student directly. You can fill, but later you will have option to change, but that is not difficult for you. Placement form. Do you have to fill one while giving common? You can fill something. We need to fill that is required, but you can change later. Sir, from where we get attested our documents. Basically, the attestation, especially for Indians, that attestation I have used so far. The green signature, that is the gazetted officers, that is your school teachers, sometimes headmasters or MROs. The green sign signature eligibility will be there. They are eligible to do this one. And to my master's graduate certificates, I took my greens. It's not a green sign, maybe it's a registrar. He's also gazetted officer. So gazetted officers, they'll say. So you can take this the attestation from the gazetted officers rank that is applicable. You can confirm with the people directly, but mostly this they will approve. So you can directly take one copy. It's good to have. I think I have many attested documents when I apply, like to backup for the backup purpose. So that's all, guys. If there is no more doubt, I think let's finish today. If you attest from notary public, that is also green signature, right? I think notary is a lawyer. I think that is also possible. I didn't like somebody speaking, I think from Nigerian friend. Is it you, same person? It is maybe that is country dependent, maybe, or India also they are okay this notary attestation if you do that. It's authentication, basically authentication of your content. They are validating how true are the documents. So should be okay to my observation. But in the chat, if you are the same person who texted in the chat box, if it is mandatory in your country, please follow that. I am not. I don't want to mislead. It may be different in some countries, so please follow that. Pakistan, I think notary. I need to check with my friends. I have some friends from Pakistan. They are studying in Japan. I think it is same like India, maybe. But if they are saying the embassy is saying to go for notary, please go. That can happen in Pakistan also. I'm not sure. The country wise, each country have different rules sometimes, so you can check with that. I don't want to say some random answer, so I'm a little bit careful while answering you, especially these things. So we don't want to mislead people. So we need letter of recommendation for undergrad. If you do, then I can get recommendation from my last school CS teacher if I want to pursue CS. It can be from any teacher, but if you can get from CS teacher, it is much better because they will think it is much more relatable. Yeah, you can take from last school CS teacher. It is applicable. You can take. If I pass the first screening, is there a chance that I'll be passed in the final screening to get scholarship for UZ, right? Or PZ? I forgot. You are UZ applicant. No, you texted in the previous messages. Where is that? Sorry. Oh, UZ. Yeah, UZ actually it is not so clear at the competition. Even that final round, people rejects. I heard from other people. So I don't say I don't say really hopeful on that. Be prepared for the peers competition. I could say this 16, 17 questions is for you people, you undergrad applicants. So you can remember this one. It will be helpful. So I think where is this? If you have any doubt, you can post me. Now I'll be there for a few more minutes here. Then I'll close for today. We'll get back next week again. So where is this? Okay, I think there is no more doubts. So all the best. I'm stopping the live today. Next week we'll see again. I think the time is still, you have more time, so don't worry. You can keep following our updates. You can ask in the upcoming weekends also, no problem. I think we have enough time. That's why I started early this live session, so you can prepare. Maybe more applicants can get benefited this year also. If I pass the first screening, is there a chance that I'll get passed in the final screening? Yeah, that is the last question, right? Okay. So I'm closing the session, guys. So wish you good luck. Thank you for joining and thank you for the continuous support. I hope you are finding useful the contents. It is a session link. Link.